Nsoko TV, uboroso bw'umugusi.
Jito murigiria wigita seni gen Soko TV nigolireria balire na wika Chinsa Isano Ibere chia bono mugaso chinga kina kwariganiria Amayia a centra yoboikirano karansoike rinyarebna anyarika gwateka kurwa Chinsemo au onyoremna botambe asomtanda ito Facebook abega sensemo ya YouTube no gotonyolira nyare gukwemanya egatinari na kwariganiria mesa ya Amayia Chinsa Isano Ibere na botambe nchengoro kwa Diana Ndemo. Manjito murigeria togo chaka bene nigo monchelia Jimmy Wanjigi hamugikirio muraiwense ya Kenya asokobeka ensemo yabarwire boborwire bwa Ebola mi county ya Laikipia niga yakwanira ya mi mucho Nairobi asatebire buna nigo orachikorenta omuchando monene asaba Kenya chingaki bunechiga.
Ebola namna gani bwana? Rais si alichukua oath ya ofisi yake. Oath of allegiance inasema you protect the people of Kenya. You protect the people of Kenya. Na hiyo oath inaonekana is going against the oath of the people of Kenya. Wa American ambao hata Trump anasema hawataki waingie huku, unawaalika hapa kuletetea ugonjwa wa Ebola. Rais William Ruto, you swore an allegiance to the people of Kenya. You are being judged. And if one Kenyan dies because you have broken that allegiance, as you have many times, it is on your head and you will face the wrath of God. Quarantine hakuna hiyo, hatutaki. Hata Amerika, hata Trump amekataa mambo ya quarantine huku kwake. Anasema Waamerikana wawezi kufika huko kwake kama wako na hiyo Ebola. Sasa tunawaleta hapa nini? Hiyo ukarimu ndio ulileta ukoloni hapa. Hiyo ukarimu wa Mwafrika. Hiyo tumeipinga, tunaipiga kabisa. Ya pili, mambo ya opposition, hata sisi tuko kwa opposition na mushike vizuri. Lakini tuwasema opposition iwe kitu ya wananchi wa Kenya. Si kusema tu one term, two term, no term. Hiyo ni maslogan kama ile ya Hustler Dynasty, kama nini. Tuwasema tuzungumzie mambo ya wananchi wa Kenya. Ile kitu ambao inasumbua wananchi wa Kenya. So tunasema hata tukishikana basi nini. Hapo ndio tuko. No, unajua one candidate sisi tunasema then what? Baada ya hiyo basi nini? Kwa sababu basi nini ndio wananchi wako kwa basi nini? After one candidate, hata huyo mtu akishinda, ni mastori kama ile ambao tumezoea miaka hii 4 ama ni ingine. We are about a future that is about all of us.
Waigo manjito murigeria county ya Busia nero ya chakire kwirobiria asoko bekensemo yokubarenga abantu kura umubaga bwense ya Kenya nense ya Uganda na baiga borokire ebimanyerero by'uburwaire bwa Ebola.
Think of the long term thing of building such a facility. Yes, as we had the CSL said, we are prepared. We are actually, it's now prepared. As was having the meetings with the teams all over from the national level to the county level, there is a preparedness for any eventuality. And we are very happy with the particular arrangement that has been made by the ministry, made by the stakeholders, even the county. It has been really, it's very amazing. I think the lessons that we have learned before has really made us even put a notch higher on our preparedness. The others caught us unawares. But this one here, I think we are ready. What we have been seeing or looking at is a long-term or a long-term thing, a medium-term or long-term thing. As we saw those words, what we are going to do is right now, first support in terms of refurbishment, innovation, to be able, because it's in the primary system, for us to be able to renovate it. And then after we renovate right now, it will be ready for anything for it. So as it is a multi-time. One is urgently, case like that happens, where the ministry has made arrangements that there will be isolation, maybe temporary isolation tents. Then afterwards, right now, we come to the hospitals, but as in Cambridge, we are preparing for the long term. And that is when we are saying, first innovate that, then as we are.
Mubunge obumura me county ya Bungoma bolire serikali kwenekia bunankubekere kisemi mutwe irenyare kegusira kisemi nabego kinia ebirengo byaye nigaya kwanaya mutuye komiti bunge ekorigeria amangana alengete kisemi.
Since where we've come from as a country from 1963, honestly speaking, the least we expect as a country is that we have free primary education, free secondary education, and free university education, Honorable Speaker. Education is the foundation of any society. But Honorable Speaker, looking at the way the trends that have been happening in this country, education is not funded enough, Honorable Speaker. The other day, when the President was saying they have released capitation, Honorable Speaker, in our dismay, they had released only 95 shillings per student, Honorable Speaker. Those are peanuts. We want to encourage this government to ensure that primary education is free, Honorable Speaker. Provide enough money. Provide enough money for teachers, Honorable Speaker. Provide enough money for infrastructure. When we get the stories of fires that, like the one we had in Nakuru the other day, it is not a good story. You could see, Honorable Speaker, that students were even sleeping in corridors. There were beds on the corridors, Honorable Speaker, which makes it very difficult for students even to escape when these fires come up. We want the government to prioritize education of our children in this country, Honorable Speaker. Provide enough monies for infrastructure. If you give a teacher, a head teacher, 95 shillings per student, for how long can a student depend on 95 shillings, Honorable Speaker? We are encouraging this government to wake up from slumberland and ensure that they prioritize the issues of education, Honorable Speaker. If you asked me, for instance, between housing and education, I will go for education. It will matter not how many skyscrapers you build in this country, Honorable Speaker, as long as our children are not in school. As long as we don't have infrastructure in our schools, Honorable Speaker, it will matter not.
Kate asense moye kisemi nigaba bwatani babolira bayiboli nabali mukubwaterana heribanyare kurigeria chimbwa cyabana babo ekero barase skuru nekero bare asinka cyabo heribanyare kubwaterana nabayigo gukora omuchando buko tongi chiskuru hose bukoleto omuchando ekero bare ase chiskuru.
Usichukue moto, panga, nini, kitu kingine tunachoma barabara. Honestly speaking, sasa barabara imefanya nini? Itamaki, tunakuja hapa tunalia tuwekwe tamaki. Sasa imefika wapi? Siku moja tu tunatoka na moto ni kuchoma ile tamaki. Hiyo ni shimo tumeweka hapo. We can demonstrate, yes, but let us be civil. Let us be civilized people so that we express ourselves in a way that also we will be respected. Not in a way that will be seen as goons. It is not right. Unajua kuna kitu nitanga certificate of good conduct na kuna mambo mengine hii watu security wa mwambiangi. Kuna kazi hautapata bila hao wa security kuulizwa wewe ni mtu aina gani. Kwa hivyo let us tell our youth, let us tell our young people who are in school, please for heaven's sake let us be disciplined. Na nkoria school chetu arimu betu, please also ensure we follow the guidelines given by the government of our dormitories, of our kitchen, so that our children are confined within areas where we have guidelines which are good.
The kids or other our students can ask what they think is good in a better manner. The parents have absolute responsibility to guide their children, because that act is demonic, it is satanic, and it should be condemned. We didn't feel well when we saw the CCTV footage of students lighting fire to kill their fellow colleagues. That is a thing we should be condemned with the strongest terms possible. Parents, we are calling upon you. The Ministry of Education, review the policy, because things started going wrong when the issue of corporal punishment. It is not that I'm advocating for it, but if you look at it closely, even shouting at the students is corporal punishment. And that is now when the teachers felt that the ministry is protecting the child more than the teacher. And that is where the discipline began going wrong.
Nabaigo bantu bakwegerera wene bwamanya bantu nigo litukoria rero besokire ime ya lodwa hasibagi kirugo itwa kwa baswati nabaigo gusira kwabo asentra yobotutukani asibatebire buna nere ya serikali nyareke goswania eri nyareke okonya nabaigo gukirania engeria y'abaswati.
A lot of issues of human trafficking. So these are spaces where we need to think, how will we address the issues that are affecting our country, affecting our community, and affecting the whole region as a whole?
So as IPOA, Nyanza region, will actually also ensure that we work closely with such particular establishment to ensure that, first of all, in terms of confidentiality, we get information in terms of confidentiality, and also in terms of protection of the vulnerable personnel who are actually reporting those particular cases.
For example, the issue of police atrocities committed against members of the public. You realize that it is very difficult for a member of the public to go to a police station to report police officers. And so, hence the significance of places such as this, where they can come, lodge their complaints, safe and secure, that there may not be reprisals for lodging those complaints.
Justice is a two-coin aspect. As much as we see injustice meted by the police officers, who are equally given that power to protect life and property, maintain law and order, let us see also the injustice meted to the police officers by the same members of the public whom we are entitled to protect.
Manjito Margeria togosika mutwe ni gabarai au kurwase kiama kia UDA bamwegereire muri kiwe kiama kyo Hassan Omar wetira enkwana yaye nyaritiga okwana heyaba mochete guse yarigeretie abantu ba Mount Kenya hasibatebire buna no monto bwanjete emirimo yaye nando monto tamanyetiko bagana abakenya machito Margeria turanyore enkwana yaba bwatene abo ba UDA.
Na naona alichukuliwa kinyume cha matarajio ya yale ambayo aliyosema, na kama chama tawala nafikiri kilitoa apology yake na akasema kwamba lengo halikuwa kuleta uhasama katika nchi hii ama kutangamana. Kwa hivyo lichukuliwe hivyo, ni kipindi cha siasa, isijekawa basi kila kitu chochote kile ambacho kila kiongozi anachosema kichukuliwe kuwa siasa.
Hassan Omar Hassan amekuwa mtetezi wa haki za binadamu kwa miaka mingi. Amekuwa ni kiongozi wa kuigwa, na sisi kama vijana wa Pwani amekuwa kama role model wetu.
Hakuna vile mwanadamu ni mkamilifu. Anaweza kuwa alisema, lakini pia mtu akisema huwa anasamehewa, kwa sababu sisi tunamjua Hassan kama mtu
Nabaigeo serikali ya chakiro morobiro boko batukebesa ya nyota asentunde ya kabere asabateni bo morobiro yibatebire buna eraundi ye nigo barachi kwenekya buna lichiko kubwatigwalire na mokenya odebwensi bwerikiri irenyore enibeyo nigarachiko enyora oyomo asoyomo.
Talked about 99% of those who received the grants had already started doing something, but we are still following up on them. However, like we announced during the first disbursement, the second disbursement you have to earn it. I mean, if you have not, the 1% that probably have not taken off, if by the time when we'll be disbursing there will not be any demonstrated efforts from them to take off their business, then of course they will not earn the second disbursement. So it's something that you earn from what you're doing, because we are not just also throwing around the money, we're also giving to people who are already doing business.
Na gwikira gwo manjito murgeria bwegeta sengia Soko TV no kutura maya Chinsa Isano Ibere korende chikora Chinsa 10 no enyore ayanda mange asentra yobwenge boigense moya marogwa Chinsa isatu chamargoba no enyore ayanda mange na ndio nyore ngari tukulia lero neri tukulia yekemeo ya yenda uchengere mero bete meta sen ya Soko TV nero borosubo magusibu na butamenje ngoro kadena ndemo na begaba director bane cross studio kabere director Joshua na baigo director Zak na wene kiramna maligini chicha kugukirara centra yabere.